knock this out. Working on my gardening, having some issues. The gnats are going crazy. The gnats are going crazy. I had to actually, so I actually stopped taking care of some of my plants because I was trying to figure out how to get rid of the gnats, and I found some, you know, some natural pest control and things like that to use on my little flowers. And like, I felt like I was doing it right, but then at the same time, I felt like I was killing my flowers either way. So I'm trying to find a better method. You know, if you are into gardening and that's something that you do, you know, hit your boy up with some tips, leave something in the comments, because I'm telling you, I've been struggling trying to keep the gnats off of my plants. And they grow, I'm saying, they were growing amazing like that. All my plants were looking like top notch. I was looking like a green thumb out there. But then, like I said, I don't know if it's because I'm in the house, but you know, majority of my plants will be in the house. There is some plants that I want to sit outside, but I'm noticing all the natural bugs. You know what I mean? I don't want to be out there on my plant and then a giant spider crawl up out the soil. Like who wants to stress out about that? So it's a lot of things like that that I'm trying to make sure that, you know, I have covered, and just finding more unique ways to do it. So like I said, you know, if you know anything, if you into gardening, go ahead and leave boy, because this is gonna be another one of my series. You know, this, and if it's only this specific one is gonna be about gardening and the highs and lows and getting that off the ground. You know, because a lot of the stuff that I actually want to start planting, I know it's not easy to plant. I know certain temperatures have to be, you know, met, things like that. The time of the year don't really matter if you have enough, you know, UV sun rays, UV sunlight. So there's ways of getting around it now to where it's like you can grow inside your house, you know, all year round. But if that's the case, got to get a tent, you know, some other equipment that I might need, that I might want to help make my growing process a lot simpler. And remember, I feel like gardening is one of those things. It's like, it brings you peace. Like it's really to see what your energy is looking like that's flowing throughout your body. That's kind of how I see it. So, you know, if I'm able to give my energy to something, you know, plants, your children, you know, healing wounds, your plants grow crazy, right? So it's like, it's just a fun little project to work on to see what you can talk yourself into growing marvelously. That's just how I look at it. So I'm enjoying it. I'm working on different plants. You know, eventually we'll talk about the plants that's good in like low light, and then the ones that's better in direct sunlight. I actually have a list of, you know, ones that operate better in different types of sunlight, which is cool. So, you know, then you can work on the plants that stick specifically in the area that you live in. And a lot of people don't think about that. You know, strawberries, bananas, apples, they're not year-round fruit. Ain't that crazy? Like we're getting the fruit year-round, but most people don't know because they don't care. They just want it so bad that strawberries and blueberries and raspberries, they're not always year-round. You know, there's different types. There's different types according to the season. That's what I'm saying. Like, how we get fruit in the winter? Just think about it. Most fruit can't even grow in the winter time. They too busy. It's too busy. What is that? Hibernation time? Leaves falling off. I just thought that was pretty funny. But I thought, you know, I thought I'd have more to talk about when it comes to like the gardening, but it's not that complicated. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna show you all my plants and show you what they look like. You know, like I said, you know, leave your boy a comment. Let me know where you buy your seeds at. You know, these are some vital questions right here. Like, let a brother know where you buy your seeds at. you know, what's your watering method? Because I got a couple of different watering methods that I like. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like the one where I put the straw all the way at the bottom of the soil and then soak the bottom of the soil first and then let my plants soak up the nutrients. I don't like pouring it over the top. I notice when I pour it over the top, that's where a lot of the bugs come from. That's where a lot of the gnats, that's, you know, that's how they form, because the top of the soil be wet too much. Too moist.